Hello everyone. A very good morning to all of you. Dear authors and invited guests, welcome to technical session 7B. My name is Anisha and I will be the moderator of this session. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Scholastic LLP, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 9th International Conference on Information and Communication Technology for Sustainable Development, ICT4SD 2024, Goa, India. The 9th edition of this conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was organized yesterday in Goa, India, and the virtual event was held yesterday and is being held today, that is 8th and 9th of August, through Zoom. I hope you all will enjoy the knowledgeable and interactive sessions through the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations and each presenter will be given 8 minutes for the presentation and 2 minutes for question and answers. And on 7 minutes, I'll raise a gentle reminder. There is also another request to all the participants that you all please stay connected with us till the closing of the session. Okay, so, and if you have any update or query, you can write it to me in the chat box. So just before we start the session, I would like to introduce you all to the chair for this session, Dr. Amar Buchde. He is currently the Associate Professor at Vishwakarma Institute of Information Technology, Pune. Earlier, he had worked at Pune Institute of Computer Technology and MIT ADT's School of Computing. He has 18 plus years of teaching experience. His main research areas are distributed system, cloud computing, distributed system security, computer networks, Internet of Things, and blockchain. So I welcome you to the session, sir.
Thank you for a nice introduction. Yes,
okay. So let's begin with the session and papers now. So the first presenter is Arun K with the paper title, An Enhanced Smell Detection Algorithm for Optimized Feature Selection in Cyber Threat Detection. Sir, are you there?
Hello?
Yes.
It's actually, there's a slight change. Instead of Arun K, Anupma KG is presenting because he is engaged with some other urgent matters.
Okay. So you're the co-author of the paper, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So you can begin with your presentation.
Okay. Hope I am audible to you all.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. Hi, good morning, all of you. I am Anupma KG, research scholar at University of Kerala. Actually, I'm researching on cybersecurity allied areas, specifically working on darknet data set and darknet, dark web kind of thing. So this is one of the works associated with my research. So the title is I'll be sharing.
Excuse me, sir, sorry to interrupt, but you'll have to share.
Sharing the.
Okay, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Title is An Enhanced Smell Detection Algorithm for Optimized Feature Selection in Cyber Threat Detection. So here is the agenda and moving to the introduction. As the number of internet connected devices continues to grow, the importance of the network security becomes even more critical these days. Our network expands, they become more vulnerable to the cyber threats. To mitigate these risks, we usually use tools like firewall, IDS, IPS. Mostly firewalls block unauthorized access and vulnerability scanners to identify weaknesses. Among these, intrusion detection system, that is IDS, are especially vital. Normally, IDS monitors the traffic for suspicious activity, whereas IPS helps in proactively defending against the potential attack. So, as our digital world grows, maintaining robust security through tools like IDS is essential to safeguard our networks and data. So actually, we conducted a comprehensive review of the latest research published in this area, here discussing our findings from this literature survey, which examines various studies that have utilized different data sets, employed diverse methodologies, and drawn significant inferences. The overview will, you can see the overview of literature survey. In the first work, they are using an NSA ADD data set and Cuckoo search optimization, artificial neural networks, and they have obtained around 98.81%. But the flaw we observed there is feature selection takes more time. And the second work, they are using XGBoost classifiers and CNN. Accuracy is 99 0.36%. And out of 70 features, they are using 55 features for the learning purpose. And the third work, they are using AND colony optimization and FNN. Accuracy is 95%. Compared to other work, the accuracy is a little bit low. And coming to the fourth work, here it comes the darknet data set. They are using autoencoders and CNN. Accuracy is around 87.10. They are selecting out of 85 features, they are selecting 49 features. And the fifth work, ensemble models and SVM and neural networks they are using. Accuracy is 96%. Removing features, so actually what they do is they remove some of the invalid columns. And even they are using 67 features for their learning purpose. And the last work, they are using statistical correlation and GAN. Accuracy is 83.40. But they are also selecting 36 features for their studies. In the problem statement, actually, we have come across a few key challenges in current methodologies. First, we observed is that many approaches depend heavily on feature engineering, which while effective, even often complex and time-consuming. The second thing is most models are tailored to specific problems, making them less adaptable to different scenarios. Lastly, the training time for these models can be quite high, leading to increased resource consumption and slower development. Addressing these issues is crucial for improving efficiency and flexibility in this scenario. So our objective is to use a natural-inspired feature selection algorithm combined with machine learning to improve attack detection and traffic analysis. This method aims to make feature selection more time-effectively by reducing time-efficient by reducing time complexity significantly. So we will validate our model with the various data sets to ensure it is robust and effective against emerging threats. So of course, we are focusing on enhancing efficiency, adaptability, and robustness in our approaches. So what is the ESDM? ESDM, which builds on the concept of using problem-solving techniques inspired by dogs. Originally, the smell detect agent, which algorithms was developed leveraging these techniques for tasks, process like software testing and network path identification. Here, we are enhancing something. Enhances smell detection improves upon SDA by incorporating a classifier specifically for intrusion detection system. This enhancement makes ESDM more effective at identifying and addressing security threats. So therefore, ESDM combines the biological inspiration method with advanced technology to support security applications. This is the methodology and architecture. So here is the actual data set having M features, and after pre-processing, we are actually cleaning some cleaning methods. Then it will be processed like with the N features. So these N features will be pushed into our algorithm. So for each column, that means each feature, one smell value will be calculated. Then based on that smell value, we will set a threshold, and only those columns having greater than this threshold value will be added to the final data set for training. So these final data set with the selected features only will be passed to the classifier for further processing and results. So algorithm is very simple. So for each column in the data set, the smell value is calculated like 1 minus mean values of that column, then divided by 1 minus maximum value of that column into 100. So after calculating this smell value, we will find out as threshold. That is very simple. Threshold value is like median of these calculated smell values. So in the next loop, what we will do is these all smell values will be checked with the threshold. If that smell value is greater than the threshold value, then the selected feature will be added like that. So in our results, as you can see, in our method, we use random forest and cat boost. Each of the data sets algorithm gave accuracy, higher accuracy 98 and 0.30 and 98.31. So here the speciality is total features. and the selected features. So compared to other work, we are our algorithm selecting only few features, that is 19, and giving higher accuracies. Here also you can see 79, total 79 features are there. So only 33 are selecting for training purpose and giving high accuracy 99.78 and 99.87. So you can see the graph of, and you can understand the difference between the algorithms and our algorithm. So in the next set, against the darknet data set, here also total features that data set is having 85, and our algorithm selecting only 31 features and giving higher accuracy 98.34 and 98.44 for random forest and cat boost. So in the graph also you can see the reduced number of features and higher accuracy. So by concluding, our work with the ESDM feature selection combined with the cat boost classifier has proven to be highly effective in detecting cyber threats. This approach not only enhances the accuracy, but also significantly improves the efficiency of the detection process. A key advantage of our model is the reduction in time complexity, which greatly accelerate the overall detection process, making it more practical for real-world application. Furthermore, we have validated the model using various recent data sets to ensure its robustness and reliability. This extensive validation process has confirmed that our model is well equipped to handle emerging threats. Lastly, the model has demonstrated its ability to detect newer attacks and communication, proving a strong defense against the evolving landscape of cyber threats. Overall, our work presents a significant step forward in enhancing cybersecurity through innovative feature selection and machine learning techniques. Thank you.
Okay, so it's a good work. So is it applicable to live traffic?
Yes, sir. If we implement this algorithm and having a trained data set and the model, we can implement this model in live communication once it is perfect with a
Presently it is for static data set, right?
Yeah. Presently, we have trained with available benchmark data sets.
Okay. So you can apply AI for intrusion detection also.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
So
So
that will
IPS
improve.
also, IPS also, it would be very helpful. So once we can identify the darknet communication, then prevention also possible.
Okay. So currently, really lot the research is going on this IDS,
Yes.
ML-based IDS. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Good.
Sure.
Good. Thank you.
So any questions?
No, any latest paper you have referred of 2024?
Yes, sir. For literacy survey, we have this Ramamurthy 2024. They are using NSL KKD datasets.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the presentation, sir.
Okay.
Now, we'll be moving to the next presentation. And we have Darshan TC with the paper title Digital Footprints, Navigating the Nexus of Gaming, Sleep and Social Media on Academic Achievement. So Darshan, you can share your screen and start the presentation.
Okay. Is the screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Hello.
Yes, the screen is visible.
Okay. Hello everyone. I am Darshan TC. I am the co-author of this paper. I am excited to share our research work today. Our paper is Digital Footprint Navigating the Nexus of Game, Sleep and Social Media on Academic Achievements. In today's world, in today's technology, a huge part is for living is especially for students is our social media, sleep and social media game and sleep. How this affects on academic performance. We look into the three aspects of how these three affecting on students' academic. First, we take social media, sleep, and academic performance. In our research, found some interesting results. For instance, spending a lot of time on might be affecting on students' grades, and not enough sleep is also affecting the academic performance. And social media may play a crucial role on academic performance. Our goal is to study to help the educators to understand the connections, and they can better support for the students. Let's dive into our research. First, we take the three hypotheses. Hypothesis one is impact on gaming behavior on academic performance. Hypothesis two, link between academic performance and sleep cycle. Hypothesis three, social media usage influence on academic performance. When it comes to hypothesis one, we investigating whether the game behavior impact on academic performance. Testing the null hypothesis, there is any significant link between gaming and grades. Against the null hypothesis that game doesn't affect on academic outcomes. For this, we test the Spearman correlation, and next part, hypothesis two, link between academic performance and sleep. For this, we take the Kendall's rank correlation to analysis this. For last part, we take the social media and social media use on academic performance. For this, we take the chi-square test independence. Hello. Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, thank you. For last hypothesis, social media and influence on academic performance, we take the chi-square independence. When it comes to methodology section, we take the we collect the data through survey and interview the students from the age between 18 to 25 by focusing on their digital habits and academic performance. We gather the information on their demographic information and game behavior using the game addiction scale, and sleep pattern through the insomnia severity index, and social media usage on Virgin social media addiction scale. When it comes, and we also collect the CGPA and backlog of their academic. To analyze this data, we convert the categorical response into numerical value and handle the missing value for the ensure our accuracy. When it comes to result section, we first gaming behavior on academic performance. We come to know that game behavior is affecting on their academic performance by the result. Spearman correlation reveals the strong negative correlation between this. If the students is engaging more game, his academic performance will become low. And when it comes to second hypothesis, relationship between sleep pattern and academic performance. If the students has not enough sleep in their academic time, it's also affecting their academic performance. And when it comes to hypothesis 3, influencing on social media and academic performance, chi-square test independence, the result indicates that there is a significant correlation between the, if the student is increased on social media engagement, there is a link between the lower academic performance. All these three hypotheses indicating that if the students is not give enough time for the sleep and academic and sleep pattern and game behavior, there is a significant relationship between all these three. When it comes to conclusion, our study shows that digital habits have a big impact on academic performance. Students' grade and poor sleep pattern leads to worse academic performance, and also heavy social media use is linked between lower academic performance. These three highlights that there is a need to students to balance their online activity with their studies and take care of their sleep. By promoting healthier digital habits and better sleep practice, we can help to improve students' academic performance. Thank you.
So what is your contribution in this actually?
Sir, we come to know that students can, if we come to know that students can play a crucial role in their academic performance if they giving enough time. We conduct the statistical analysis of Spearman and Kandel and Chesquet test.
Okay. So you should give the details about this, whatever the algorithm you have applied actually. Right. Okay, can you show me the architecture? Is there any architecture mentioned in the slide?
Actually, no, sir.
Okay. So you have to construct the architecture, right? Taking into consideration other algorithms also, right? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for the presentation. So we're moving on to the next one, and we have Kamal Upreti with the paper title Effective Methods of Waste Management, Practices in Green Hotels Towards Green Brand Image, an empirical study. Sir, are you there?
Oh, yes, ma'am, I'm there. Yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am, can
So
you
you
allow
may
me
please
to
share your screen. Yeah, I start the presentation.
Yeah, my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes.
First of all, good morning to all of you. Welcome for the prize from the NCR campus. Basically, this work is completely based on my seed money. Actually.
Can you speak loudly, sir?
Yeah, is it audible? Is it
It is
audible?
audible, but voice is low.
Okay, okay. So we are just because I'm just coming with the problem state that we have done it in the seed money proposal here. So in the seed money proposal, we have just got for the empirical analysis, especially for how we can just do it from the optimal utilization from the waste actually with the proper utilization, or we can say that effective how we can make it non-biodegradable, it become a degradable processes as well. So these are the outlines which are existing now. I'm just coming here directly for the abstract. Okay. So in the abstract, if you can just see here, there are a lot of, if you can see in the real world, we are just facing it from the non-biodegradable substances which are existing in our society actually. And in fact, we are just focusing it out for the eco-friendly, the concept which is existing across the globe. So our target and our objective is used to how we can just try to measure it in the effective and the efficient manner. So in order to promptly using our society in a sustainable and environmental consciousness, which is very important, not only for society, it is also important for every company to maintain for its brand. So for just moving for an introduction, I can say this is just like a green hotels. The concept of the green hotel is used to make our customer become attractive and reduce the environmental impact, especially for going to sustainable basis. If you can say the Forbes magazine, we have just do an analysis that in every hotel, which is approximately a 3 lakh metric ton of the garbage that has to be released it out in everyday basis. We can say, if you can see the waste which is having on it, it may be a plastic, it may be a wet plastic, it may be a dry plastic, it may be a, I can say the waste which has to be removed. Either it can be moved from waste to the energy technology. So the question is, if you are using that particular resources and there is a loss of, we can say the sensation reduction has to be occurred. So question is how we can just try to improvise this in our society as well. So I can say we have just done it till now, especially for the research survey actually for collecting for a data and the implication and the rest of the work which is going on. Because the project is approximately for 1 year. Until we have done it for whatever the work we have done it for the last 4 months, we are just representing at the front end. So later on, there are the key 4 objectives which are existing. First is for highlighting the growth and importance of the green tourism. Yes, because the reason is if you are just working from the green tourism, we need to be targeted how we can more emphasizes for the biodegradable materials. We should try to overcome for those materials just like plastic or non-biodegradable. We should try to replace it with the biodegradable. And next is we are just stretching the need of eco-friendly practices, because what is happening? Because many a times we are just using the things and which are adoptable for us. We are very adoptive for it. But later on, if we are just using it now, it is not effective for our society as well. Okay. Next is addressing the waste management challenges and solutions. Challenges means we are facing the problem, we are facing the issues actually. What are the effectiveness strategy which is need to be required and how we can just try to overcome for it, which is very important. And the last is we are emphasizing for the customer emphasis on sustainability. Because it is we can just apply it for the customer preferences, which is called as a sustainability. We need to be take it for the eco-friendly practices. Because what is happening? Because in the eco-friendly perspectives, we need to be targeted how the customer has to be more emphasizes for using in our day-to-day scenarios. We are just coming it out very short and brief about the relative work that has to be done, especially and there is a very green brand equity. Green brand equity means we are having a lot of awareness things which are existing. I can say, especially if I can say in the hospitals, if I can say the location, especially not only in India, it is an across the globe. In fact, there is a one concept that we going on for circular green environment. So in the circular green environment, the concept is basically aligned to focus in for the 17 SDG goals which are aligned as our at the WHO. Next is the impact for green messaging. Green messaging means if you are having a good brand of an image, if you are having a good little of messages, we should try to create awareness programs, which is very important because without the awareness, we can't be able to do it for, and the peoples will be able to understand how the things which are fruitful for our society as well. And next is green marketing strategies. Because what is happening, if we are having a marketing strategies, we should be take care of it. So either the hotel will be the reputed hotel or not. Consumer is looking for intentionally or not and the communication which is going on in effective manner. So these are the things which is needed. Next is environmental and the energy efficiency. What is happening? We are having a strong correlation, I guess. The environmental, or I can say the energy efficiency and building. Yes. So if we are having the correlation, because in our results, if I'm saying, if I'm just focusing, if it is coming at a 0.5 or it is more than that, I can say we are just going for the sustainable environment. Or if I can say, if you are not be able to execute, definitely we will still lacking for it. Now I'm just coming with my problem statement because I'm just taking for the standard problem statement, especially for taking for Delhi NCR. Okay. So in this case, I'm just taking it out about the issues, especially for the long disposal of the content which is occurring it now. For maybe a because it is a 3 metric tons, I can say annually it is coming for an year actually for the hotels actually. Second thing is the more difficulty is how we can make our the things become environmental conscious, especially for the guest perspective. And last point, which is most important, if I'm using for environmental performances, branding and reputation, we need to be take care for the consumer expectations as well, because the customer is expecting for the good product, but we should think it about how we can achieve it from the global SDG goals which are existing for our beneficial, not only for a short term, it is existing for a long term perspective as well. Later on, we have just done a survey actually, just coming with the survey part for Delhi and NCR. We have selected for the two state of the sampling method for October and August, which is approximately of out of 500 individual contacts we are validating. I'm just coming with the table part. In this table, we are just coming taking off at the nominal, the normal variables which are existing. Then we are just performed for the ordinal, the name and the ordinal values which are existing. And then we have just converted for interviews on which range the values which are existing. And later on, we are finding out what is the ratio actually. So ratio, I just already told you, there is a one parameter that is called as energy efficiency in building. So in this case, we are just finding for a ratio. The ratio which is live, which is less than 1. Okay, what I can say it is lying from 0.5 to 1. It is more effective. But if it is less than 0.5, it will be a requirement for improvisation in our society as well. Results, I can say we are just taking for certain demographic factors on the basis of categories. I'm just coming with that because in the frequencies, I can say we are just taken for the male and female as well. It is having a certain categories. If a male is using, it is just saying how the frequency of the disposal of that particular the content which is in our society. That is a male of 44.2 and 56.5 female is existing. If I'm just categorizing for the age wise actually, so the main issue which is coming on for especially for the youth actually, which is lying between 18 to 28, we need to be categorized because we just targeting it for the age which is line. On the basis of that, we should try to targeting for the awareness concepts which is beneficial for us. And later on, I can say we just are further categorizing for the qualification basis. If you can see the person has become good qualified, it's just like a stats actually. It is just reducing for it. But later on in the undergraduates, it is going to be very like we just coming from the demographic factor, like in the gender, male, the percentage, the categorization. We are just coming it out either for graduate and graduate as well. Now I'm just coming for the discussion part because in the discussion, the first point I just strictly plan it. I'm working on it, especially for its energy efficiency in this section. Efficiency, we are just targeting for the certain key parameters. The three parameters are there. How we can just create an innovative one, user friendly, we can say green efficient environment, and last is how we can perform for helpful for the stakeholders, which is very important. Next is the conservation. Conservation, we are just targeting for the renewable resources because it is not only for a one point we are just focusing for a water actually. Whatever the renewable resources we are having it, we should try to more focus and we should try to convert our non-renewable to convert into the renewable. And third point, we should focus on eco-friendly. One point I just want to be adding this particular point along with not a green building. It is used to create a green circular building because circular building is just a proper concept in which we are just performing a cycling in process. Because once we are having a cycle, we will be able to maintain the sustainability in our surrounding as well. Now I'm just coming for the conclusion part. Our target is for conservation of the energy, resources, and eco-friendly building, which is help it out to make our sustainability branding of our product. Point number two, we should more focus on the eco-conscious consumers as well. Because we need to be convert the things, but convert our requirements, especially for the user friendly. Because if you can see in the European countries, I can say, because initially we are just using it, especially for the electricity from the production that is either the coal and the petrol and the diesel. But if you can say, you can go for the Spain, you can go for the Germany, the peoples are very eco-friendly. They are using for in our roof, they are using for the panels actually, for the solar panels. So the thing is, they are more conscious because we need to be take an initiative from there. Yeah, I know that because India is a developing country, definitely it will take time. I can say I'm not saying, but the things which are going on, the government is giving a lot of subsidy. They are taking the awareness programs. Yes, it will take time, but it will be a fruitful outcome. It is coming from 10 to 15 years. So these are the references I can say. We have used it. The main base paper, I can say, this is the first paper that we have focused on the green. Uh, Financing the renewable development into business sector. We have just taken as a main paper. Second paper, I've just taken it from the paper number 5. We can say, hang is energy efficient for the smart sustainable tourism sustainability. And there's a one paper I have just taken. Yes, the paper number 13. That is assure this and this linking them. Okay, the paper is published in the European Business Review, and the year is 2022. This is a one good paper. Not all are good papers, but it is the latest paper that I've just taken for its interpretation. That is a branding for equality and is a user-friendly sustainability. That is an 2025. This is all from my side. Thank
Okay, so thank you for your presentation. So what is mean by green hotel? You have mentioned green
Yeah.
hotel.
Yes.
What is that? Okay.
Yes.
So how will you define?
Yes. Sir, if you can see in the last 5 years, according to the survey, the main difficulty for I can say, especially for its the pollution, or I can say the main disposal which is coming it out, especially for 18%, which is coming it out, especially for our hospitals or hotels, or we can say the residential purposes which are existing. So our target is whatever the I can say I've just already shared the concept that we call as a 3 lakh ton metric ton in annually, which is coming it out from the hotels in the form of waste. So our target is to converting for these type of degradable substance, non-biodegradable substances. It is converted into a sustainable and biodegradable concept. And in a short, I can say the green hotels means these type of hotels which are help it out to make the things become more sustainable by using or releasing our resources or a discharge in a renewable manner. This is the basic. In fact, I can say that Canada plays a very crucial role. Canada is coming in across in India, across the globe. I can say it is the number one for performing for the green hotels concept. Second is in UK, and third is France, and fourth is Italy.
Is there any standard for maintaining green concept?
So India, there is a no standard has to be. In India, there is a no standard has to be developed right now. But if you can see,
Like
Europe,
ISO standard, ISO standard.
So in this case, we are just not properly the one standard has to be developed. But yes, there is a two interdisciplinary concept which is existing in India. That is an ISO, and that is a smart sustainability concept that has to be developed in 2022. So on this particular basis, I can say whatever the organization which are existing in India, they are strictly following for sustainability ISO 30.
Okay, what are the energy efficiency techniques you can apply for green achievement?
So I can say in this particular case, we have just already applied for our data collection, okay, and we are working on it. So it needs us some more time for applying for a technique. So because it is completely dependent upon the data collection, so we are just waiting for it, and hopefully we will plan it work in the next stage for an application.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sir, in the next, I'm also presenting the next presentation. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I'm just going to follow for that. So next also is Kamal Upreti with the paper title Harnessing the Power of Cloud Computing for Advanced Business and Economic Research. So you may please begin with the next one.
So we are just working on harnessing the power of cloud computing for the advanced business and the economic research. This is a concept that we are just working in the colleges, also giving a fund with a joint collaboration with the Dr. Ramesh Chandra and me. He was a PI and I was a co-PI actually. And we have worked together for working for this particular problem. So for harnessing for the cloud computing for the advanced business and the economic research, our target and agenda is how we can just do the advancement of the business, especially for the economic research, converting the things in the form of upper level, I can say the 4G for the cloud computing approach. So I can say, especially for the cloud computing, we are just performing for revolutionary research. So in the revolutionary research, we are just always be focusing on scalable storage. So because the main process is how we can just manage for its storage, which is very important. Second thing is in order to performing from scalable storage, we need to be targeted how we can just perform the transformation, which is very important. So in order to analysis for a large number of a data set for its execution or its complication, we need to be target is how we can help it out for aligning for the machine learning algorithm. And along with the algorithm, we need to be targeted which approach are becoming a more fruitful for us. Okay. So in the later on, we need to be targeted for the cloud computing. So for the cloud computing, we need to be targeted for the business and the economic operations. Yes, because in this case, we are strictly focusing on scalability actually. For the scalability, and we need to be focused on how we can do the resizing of IT skills, empowering for the researchers, and for exploring for the complex market, which is very important. And later on, we just identifying how we can just perform the decision making process for its competitive. I'm just coming it out one related work which is very important that we call as a cloud computing in research. Because if we are just going for a cloud computing and we are just executing the problem statement with the different service providers, we can have Amazon Web Service, Microsoft Azure, and the cloud service. So in this case, the Chan and Wang it is delivering it for a 2024 to the 23. Sorry, they have just told we are having a key parameter that we need to be analysis for our discipline. Next is it is just saying on the basis of cloud-based data analysis, we need to be focused on how we can just try to eliminate or we can say overcoming the limitation of the cloud computing resource, which is very important. So I'm just coming it out basically from the problem statement, which is very important. In order to despite from the transformative potentials. Transformative potential means what are the revolution has to be occur in changing that particular value. This is very important. So in order to performing the revolutions, in order to evaluating the things, we target is how it is more fruitful and more helpful for its execution, I can say. So if you can see, we are having a lot of cost and management cost along with the management resources which has to be done. But this is called as a special barrier for us while we are just aligning it for the clouding and special type of technology that we need to be applying. Later on, I'm just coming it out the impact of industry because impact industry plays a very important role, especially either we can creating for CRM, HR, we can say ERP, or either I can just perform it for going for the data analytics because everyone knows in these days it is a very boom actually for how we can aligning for the already If you can see in these days, and there is a no doctor is giving a hard copy prescription to anyone. He or she is giving it only for its login and password, putting the comments, and automatically everything has to be saved in the cloud, and you can fetch it in every time. Fintech plays a very important role because of financial plus technology, the analytics which are going on. Logistic, yes, logistic plays a very important what are the operational and the supply chain management which is existing. Next causes media. What are the computation? We can say because you are sitting in somewhere and you are just performing the live performances and concerts which are going on. I can say cloud is a very important crucial role, especially for educational tech, because every educational sector is based on technology. Manufacturing, yes, we are just manufacturing the food, which is very important. Manufacturing, marketing technologies, I can say, because there are a lot of technology which are existing performing on the basis of marketing. Energy, yeah, plays a very important role. Telecom, I can say, because in the telecom industry, a lot of upgradations and changes which are going on. I can say in the application base, we are just performing for the fraud detection and prevention. Because what is happening? If there is a rapid identification and prevention of the fraud activities, because we are having a large number of data. But the question is, if we are having a large wave of volume, how we can just try to identify and prevent. Point number two that we call as a data analysis, yes, because the main crucial part is we are having a lot of customer trends and markets and things. But the question is how we can just forecast and respond. Next is CRM, customer relationship management. What is happening? We are having a lot of customer interaction management, data monitoring, personalizing the things, services which are very important. Innovative solutions, yes, we are providing the customer staying competitive in the financial sector. Now I'm just coming with the conclusion part because the revolutionary, especially for research, I can say the transformation is going on, but I can say transformation is always depending upon your business perspective. It is completely depend upon your tools, it depend upon technique, it depend upon the technology you are using. Next, I just want to use it for enhance the data analysis because we are having a lot of data set is existing. But the question is how you are using it, interpret it in the economically as well. Next, we are using global collaboration because global collaboration it is always depending upon the frequency or I can say the pattern matching which is existing, especially for the knowledge and the researchers, how they can work together and sharing their thoughts. I can say future impact, yes, it is. I can say it is really very great impact, especially in India, because if you can see after the I can say let's say the COVID, there is a lot of changes has to be aligned. I can say a lot of changes and a lot of things. It will be an upgraded or enhanced as well. So how it has to be changed? The main reason for changing is only for decision making capabilities, and I can say that contributing is more prospective, especially for globally. Especially we are using the base paper, which is important, especially for Aslam for us, and that is called as the power of cloud computing and big data. It is a 2024 paper. And this is a one report that we have just taken it from the cloud-based financial services that is interesting, and it is completely based on the government of India. That is MSI. It is an innovation in banking and investment. And there is a one more paper here. It's a paper number 14 that we call as optimization and predictive technique in application and trustworthy cloud computing. I can say I have worked on it, but the thing is, still we have just done for survey. The thing is, again, there is a wait. We are just waiting it. If we are just getting a proper data connection, that we should for time processing for a time for it. This is all from us. Please, any queries?
Okay, so security is one of the challenge for cloud computing. So do you
Yes,
know
yes,
how, yes, so how it is mitigated because it is affecting ultimately to business, right? Economics.
Yes, sir, I agree. Because in order to overcome these particular challenges, because initially we have not taken this particular consideration of the problem statement, but definitely it will come in our future. So in this case, we will just try to align it for the SSL 6 protocol or SSL 7 protocols that we need to try to work on it. Because on the basis of that, we are providing a more
So
secure
do you know
services.
the details of it? SSL protocol, cryptography.
Yeah, secure software layer programming. Yeah. Yes. So because it is having an updated version which is going on 6 and 7, it is going on. But in this particular stage, I can't be able to say how we can try to integrate in our problem schedule, because this is just like a data collection phase.
So
which is
last
going
paper, you mentioned trustworthy cloud. How to
Yes,
achieve the trustworthiness in cloud?
in the trustworthy cloud, they are just giving the applications actually, how we can just analysis of our data actually. Because in this case, we are getting a lot of attributes which are existing, but the problems we are just facing at the time, we are having a lot of data. But the good thing is this type of the key parameter plays a very important role in order to provide the security process.
Okay,
Number
thank you
two,
very
we are
much.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. Moving on to the next presentation. We have Bharat KR with the paper title IoT-enabled smart agricultural monitoring and management system for sustainable farming.
Am I
Sir, you
audible?
may please start with your... Yes, you're audible.
So paper is about IoT-enabled smart agriculture and monitoring and management system for sustainable farming. The motivation is to confront food security throughout the year because, yeah, irrespective of climate change and water scarcity, and also optimum resource resource utilization by lowering the water consumption, reducing the pesticide use, and reducing the carbon footprint in transportation. So to promote sustainability, we came up with the approach called indoor farming, while we control the environment of the room for the efficient plant growth. Objective is to mitigate the effects of shadowing effect. Because shadowing effect is like caused by the UV lights, because the UV lights can't penetrate through the leaves, so go to the next row or next plants. It hinder the plant growth and development, and also to enhance the food availability and accessibility in throughout the year, to optimize the utilization of water resource for sustainable agriculture practice. And also increase the productivity by increasing the crop yield, and also to facilitate the remote monitoring and management of the plant health, also the control environment through the phones, mobile phones or websites. So create a control environment and minimize the impact of external climatic factors, ensuring the consistency in the plant growth. So in the modern era, traditional outdoor farming can't able to supply the demand which is asked by the people. So we came up with the indoor agriculture, which is independent of weather and also sunlight. So the key factor here is we included two methodology, which is hydroponics. So we completely do the farming with only water without soil. And also for the sunlight, we have included the UV and FR light for the optimized plant growth. The UV and FR light, why we are going for FR light means it has a higher quantum efficiency than the UV light, and also it helps the plant growth. The UV light and FR light of the density and the intensity is controlled by the AC dimmer, which is controlled through the apps or websites. These are the paper we have taken for the reference. Also, why you go for FR light means it increases the plant length, also the leaves size. So directly FR light increases photosynthetic capacity. The photosynthetic capacity depends upon the photophosphorylate What does it mean is phosphorate of ADP to the ATP, which gives the energy to the plants. So our proposed system comprises of system, which is management monitoring system. For the monitoring, we monitoring the room temperature, humidity, and pH value of the water and salt concentration of the water, which is TDS. And the data is sent to node MCU, which is ESP8266, and then the data is sent to the Firebase through app through Firebase server. As for the management side, we control the intensity of a UV and FR light through the app. It's also control directly changes the value of the intensity through AC dimmer. Why we control the intensity means if I plant the seeds for every 2 weeks, I have to increase the for every 2 weeks I will increase the period of the light intensity 15 minutes. Because if I give the too much light intensity, the leaves may start to burn. To avoid that, we are using the controlling the intensity through AC dimmer. So these are the requirements I use: pH sensor and TDS. DHT is for controlling the parameters of the water. ESP controller is used to it's the brain of the system and do the monitoring and management process. AC dimmer is control the intensity of the UV and FR light. The apps is created using a MIT app inventor. Firebase is for managing the database. The flow diagram is pH sensor, TDS, and DHT11. All the data will be read from the sensor and fed to the app through Firebase server. There is any abnormal changes, we will change the parameters. The change in parameters will be taken from the sensor. Accordingly, we do the process. As for the intensity management, if there is any change in the plant growth, like if we give too much time, if the plant is exposed to the light for much more time than is said, the change will be seen, and also we change the intensity of light. This is a circuit diagram of the prototype. The results is like what is a standard of TDS is for the what check upon the multiple water, like distilled water, tap water, well water, and rainwater. We check the accuracy whether we getting the same in our sensor also. Right, the app interface shown on the right side, it is created by MIT app inventor. These are the reference paper we took. This is a base paper. Thank you.
Okay, so what is the accuracy of this system? How it is effectively used? How it is effectively used? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, am I audible? Hi,
Yeah,
am I
yeah.
audible?
Yeah.
How the IoT is effectively used? What is the accuracy? And have you compared your approach with the existing system?
Yeah, in the existing system, they either include only hydroponics.
Okay.
So we included the control of UV and FR light also. Also, most of the indoor farming, they only use UV lights.
Okay. So it's a good work. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. And moving on to the next presenter, we have Soumya Maheshwari to present her paper with the title Leveraging Deep Learning for Lip Reading, a Comprehensive Analysis. Ma'am, are you there?
Actually, Soumya is not there, so I'm Gaurav, one of the co-author of that paper. So I would be presenting that.
Okay, sir, you may please begin with the paper. Yeah.
I will share my screen. My screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Gaurav Book from Pune Institute of Computer Technology, Pune. Our paper, Leveraging Deep Learning for Lip Reading, a Comprehensive Analysis. It is a survey paper of all available deep learning methods for lip reading. Lip reading is basically the process of deciphering speech by interpreting the movements of lips and predicting what exactly the other person is trying to speak. There are various challenges in this, like to extract meaningful information is very critical in such cases. There are some traditional lip reading methods which struggle with accuracy due to various reasons. Some of the reasons due to which accuracy is hindered is lighting conditions, background noise, or varied speaking movements. There are various deep learning approaches which aim to address these challenges by learning representation directly from video data. The main motivation behind this survey was to address the existing work by exploring and comparing various deep learning architecture and to fill the research gap which we got from this survey. So the gap what we found out was there was no extensive work done on Indian language data set. So Indian English differs a lot more than the British English. So this gap was what we got through this survey paper. This survey focuses on evaluating modern architectures like transformers, CNNs, RNN with LSTMs and GRU networks. Some of the challenges with traditional lip reading. So, as we talked about limited accuracy, traditional lip reading techniques suffer from accuracy, especially because of limited data set or noisy environments. Subjectivity and interpretation. As we move across globe, there are various countries with various language dialect which changes word to word. There are some words which are pronounced differently at different places. Also, the third one is dependency on audio. Now there are cases where audio is present and the machine learning model is able to recognize what exactly the speaker is speaking. But what in case if the audio is not there or it is corrupted and you only have video of it? These were some of the most important challenges which traditional lip reading paper had. Talking about the existing data set which are present, we have LRW data set, which is lip reading in wild. This was made in London. The main research started from LRW. Grid is also a data set, is a sub data set of LRW. LRW, LRS2, LRS3. These are all three data related data set. These data set consists of a video of a speaker speaking short sentences for around 3 seconds. These also contain varied resolution training data. Now, this data enables models to understand lip movements and speech across diverse visual features. The data set also contains a mixture of different genders, male and female. Let us look at the existing framework which is present. Now, typically, like all machine learning frameworks, the work has been done in image pre-processing, visual feature extraction, and speech prediction. Visual feature extraction being the most important one in this case, because what we figured out was using silency map, which was done in the root paper of this. It was figured out that out of the complete phase, only the lip region was the most important with on what model was predicting. Talking about image pre-processing, basic image pre-processing such as conversion to grayscale and normalization just to make model more robust. We'll talk about visual feature extraction. Speech predictive predictability, CTC loss function can be used to round off words or sentences. By combining all these stages into cohesive frameworks, the automated lip reading system aims to achieve higher accuracy and robustness in real-world scenarios. Let us look at feature extraction techniques which are used. There are various techniques which have been used traditionally. First, the DLib and IBEG library. These are predefined libraries which are present, which contains facial landmark detection points. Now, these library consist of all the points which are present on your face. It is basically an array extracting from 0 to 74 points. Now, to extract lips, we have a special contour of points from 21 to 31. After extraction, this is the most important DLib library which is used in most of the research traditionally. We also have MediaPipe, which uses face mesh to predict 3D facial landmarks in real time. This really helped in improving lip detection accuracy. There are various image-based approach which plays with color models like conversion of RGB to HSV or grayscale. Depending upon the lip movement and the color changes, lip reading detection and accuracy increased. There are also various model-based approaches such as active shape modeling, ACM and AAM for detailed lip extraction. The most important part of this survey was to focus on which extraction is the best for model to learn about features. Talking about research papers, we went through around 30 to 35 papers, and these are the top 6 papers which we think were the best. According to them, John Zung, this was the first paper through which lip reading technology came into existence. So when we see at accuracy metric, we can see word WER, which stands for word error rate. Like accuracy as a term used to compare models, lip reading technology uses word error rate and character error rate to define how model is performing. June conducted his model results on grid data set and got a word error rate of 3%, and on LRW data set is 23.8%. Now, we can also see that rather than sentence level lip reading, there are some character level lip reading which can also be employed. Like there are some specific character error rate. How character error rate is defined? Character error rate is basically defined by comparing the predicted character and the actual character. Talking about performance comparison, there were very vast number of deep learning architectures which were compared. Out of those, we came out with a conclusion that transformers were generally outperforming CNNs and LSTMs. Those were the most efficient for lip reading tasks. Feature extraction, as we talked about, accurate feature extraction was the most important part of this survey. Like which extraction techniques gives us the best results. According to our survey, the MediaPipe gave us better results rather than DLib library. Now, there is a when we tell that MediaPipe gives better accuracy, it solely depends upon the data. If the data is shot in an noisy environment, then MediaPipe does not perform well. Dataset impact. Availability of dataset was the critical thing, because to train a very robust model which can predict on different individuals, we need a very robust dataset. We could only find dataset, British English dataset, which was present. If we talk about only English, there was only British English dataset which was present. Now, when we come to India, Indian English differs a lot than British English. So Indian English dataset was not mentioned anywhere and was not made anywhere. So, talking about challenges identified, the survey research pointed out challenges such as variability in lip movement across individuals and the need for better synchronization between audio and visual data. The current survey was done, we found out that to make synchronization between audio and visual data, a CTC loss function was used most of the time. Let's talk about challenges and limitations which were mentioned in different survey papers. Speaker dependency. Current models struggle with generalizing to speakers not included in training data. That is true. If a data is coming, like if someone from other country with different dialect or accent is given as an input to our model, it fails there or it gives an very less accuracy. There are some visual ambiguities too. There are some words homophones, like they have different words that look the same when spoken. For example, if we take an example of word B, now B have various meanings. It can be just a character B or BE or BEE. Such words need extensive training and these needs to be addressed. Variability in speaking styles. Like I mentioned, there are different accent, speech speeds, and dialect which can hinder model performance. To make an robust model which can be applied to various number of languages, we need a whole lot of data. Noisy environments and generalization issues. Generalization issues basically deals with frame rates and lighting condition. There was some data present, like the grid data set was a very extensive data set, which was not shot in HD. It was downgraded to a very low pixel. The effect of noisy environment present in overview data set. The background noise and visual obstruction can significantly degrade this lip reading accuracy. And we have observed this. The paper which used overview dataset had less accuracy as compared. Future research direction. Multi-speaker system. As said, if there are multiple speakers present in an frame, the machine learning model or the architecture should detect multi-person speaking what exactly he's trying to speak. So developing systems that can accurately interpret lip movements from multiple speakers is the most important thing. Enhancing multimodal speech recognition. Improving the integration of visual and audio data for more accurate speech recognition. Now, when we talked about the word B, so visum to word conversion, like utilize for to make search words learn quickly by machine, we can use some augmentation technique to improve robustness of these words. And last is dataset expansion. Evaluating models on diverse dataset which contains speakers from various corners of this globe with different dialect, with different language, and with different pronunciation. This can be included together to train a robust machine learning model. Thank you.
So it's a good work. So what languages you have covered?
Currently, we have just a minute.
Marathi language, Hindi language.
Currently, we have worked upon Indian English language. So, like I mentioned, the Indian English accent varies a lot. So, we are working on that language.
Okay, what is accuracy basically?
We have achieved an word error rate of 5% right now and a character error rate of 8%.
Okay, very good. Okay, any other work have you compared with the other works?
Like we compared with the original paper, which was done by June. So from that,
based on the Indian work.
No, as mentioned, there is no existing work done on Indian accent English.
Oh,
We figured out that there was work done on Kannada language, but there was no work done on Indian accent English.
okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. And moving on to the next presenter, we have Kotha Chakradhar with the paper title Morphed Face Detection.
Hi all. Am I
Sir,
audible?
are you there?
Yes, yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. So you may start with your presentation.
Yeah, sure. Can someone confirm the screen is visible?
Yes, the screen is visible.
So, hi all. So my topic is on morphed face detection. So imagine a world where the faces you see on the ID card, a social media profile, or even in a news report isn't actually the person it claims to be. With today's advanced digital tools, it's possible to create hyper-realistic morphed images that can seamlessly blend features from multiple faces into one. This isn't just a fascinating technical feat. It's a potential security nightmare, of course. From identifying theft to deepfake videos, the consequences of undetected morphed faces can be serious and far-reaching. Today, we'll be exploring the critical role that morphed face detection plays in safeguarding digital identities and how cutting-edge technologies are being developed to keep pace and growing challenge. Let's dive into how we can distinguish between what's real and what's not in the digital age. So the problem definition will be with the advancement of digital technologies, manipulating or morphing images, particularly facial images, becoming easier. This poses significant challenges in cybersecurity and digital identity verification. So the goal of our study is to develop a system that can effectively detect morphed facial images, thereby securing digital identities from forgery and preventing identity theft and misinformation. So we have done literature survey for nearly 30 to 40 papers, and we have taken best of the six to present. So first one is Xinri. He proposed a GAN model for face morphing detection. So however, the challenges remaining in detecting from the different viewing angles. So the second paper is Kiran Raja. He introduced a method using a hybrid scale, space, and color texture features. But combining these features effectively is still a challenge in detection. Then the third is Sushma. Uh, she developed an ensemble features including local binary patterns and HOG, histogram of gradients and binarized statistical image features. But generalizing this remains an open problem. For Raymond, they suggested using residual noise to detect morphing, but face challenges with noise variability and adversarial attacks. So Tian combined neural networks with occlusion detection, but advanced blending techniques pose detection challenges. So the latest paper, Raghavendra Ramchandar developed a method using a wavelet scattering network for newborn facing morphing attack detection, but challenges includes variations in pose, expression, and identity features in newborns. So the challenge is, or the research gap we found were the advanced morphing techniques. So the use of sophisticated tools makes it difficult to distinguish between the authentic and manipulated faces. So lack of standardized datasets, the absence of standardized dataset hampers the development of robust detection algorithms and continual technological evolution. So the rapid advancement of morphing technologies necessitates constant adaptation of detection methods. So the justification of this problem can be the digital identity safety, cybersecurity, facial recognition systems, social media integrity, technological advancements, rising threat to digital identity theft, erosion of trust, proliferation of manipulation tools, potential for misinformation and fraud. In these days, we see many misinformation and fraud cases happening. So methodology is first we'll be taking the data set and preparing the data set from the images by morphing. Then we'll be doing the class balancing as there will be a imbalance. And then we'll be doing the image processing and setting up the target classes and splitting the data set for the training and validation purposes. So when the model training is done with some of the models, and the model is trained, and we'll be getting the output as two classes. So for the data set, there is no proper data set defined uh, properly in the Kaggle or any other website. So what we have done is we have taken the images of two faces and tried to morph using the OpenCV library. So this will be the algorithm. So these are the images we took for morphing. So the left hand is the bona fide one and bona fide two. But combining the features, we get a morphed images. We can see the features aligning from the 1 and 2 to the morphed images. So we can use this as the identification purpose of both 1 and 2, and this poses a major security concern. So the proposed method is, so for the data set preparation, so we collected a set of facial images using the OpenCV to detect facial landmarks on these images and applying image morphing techniques to morph the source face to the target face based on the detected landmarks. So we created data set with pairs of original and morphed images. So for the data improvisation, so we did the data augmentation, applying the techniques like rotation, flipping, and scaling. So we'll be increasing the diversity of the training data set. And the inner point is in the class balancing, as there will be more images. For 300 images, we'll be getting around 9,000 images, morphed images. So we'll be doing the class balancing. So the model architecture we implemented using the CNN architectures with the basic CNN, VG16, ResNet, Inception, and YOLO V8, which is the advanced view look only once model. So we'll be choosing a suitable loss function like binary cross entropy. So for the model training, we split the training and data validation sets, and we evaluated with the different metrics. For the implementation, the input shape will be RGB color. And the models implemented are VG16, ResNet, Inception, and YOLO. So the ADAM optimizer we have used with a learning rate of 10 power minus 4. We have took accuracy and loss as the parameters for defining, and based on the different models we have used different number of epochs. For YOLO, it takes more time to learn, so we took less epochs, whereas with the other models, it's easier to train, so we took more epochs in those. So the results with the CNN architecture, we can see that there is a 94% accuracy, 83% accuracy, whereas in VG16 we got 93% accuracy. So after evaluating all the models, we have got best accuracy with the VG16 with the 16 layer architecture, and we have done flattening and removing the dense layers. So we got an accuracy of 93.27. So comparing with the previous works that has been done by many others. So this stands to be a promising result compared to others. So the highlights the efficiency of utilizing V16 architecture for our morphed face detection task. So the conclusion is our morphed face detection project has yielded promising results. So after 15 epochs of training, our deep learning model stand a good performance with an accuracy of 95 over the validation data set. So this signifies that the model has learned to effectively distinguish between genuine and morphed face images, enhancing digital identity security. We have successfully addressed the critical issue of morphed face detection, contributing to the prevention of identification theft and misinformation. While our model has shown sustainable accuracy, there is a room for further refinement and scalability to tackle more advanced imaging manipulation techniques like alpha morphing techniques, making it an exciting avenue for future research and development in the field of digital identity protection. Thank you.
So how many epochs you have mentioned? That is 15. After
Yeah.
15.
Yes,
So
sir.
exactly how many epochs?
Exactly, it's 18 epochs, sir. We got 94% of accuracy for the V16 model, and for the validation set, we have got an accuracy of 95% for that.
Okay, so these are the existing approaches or algorithms. So what is your contribution?
Actually, many of the others have did the detection using uh, computer vision process. So this is the deep learning model, and we have used an advanced model, YOLO. So we got a less accuracy for that, nearly 80%. So V16 stands more appropriate in this case.
So what is the hardware used for implementing this as you are using deep learning?
So we used Google Colabs for this. We have took a subscription for the speed execution and for the correct computing engines.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the presentation. Moving on to the next presenter. We have Astha Dubey with the paper title Study on Intelligent Cloud-Based Smart E-Health Card for Child Healthcare Management. Ma'am Astha, if you're here, you can start your presentation.
My PPT is visible? Hello?
Yes, it is.
Okay, fine. Good morning, everyone, and respected panel. I'm Ms. Astha Dubey from BSc IDS Semester 6th. I'm presenting my paper in 9th edition ICT4SD Conference, International ICT Summit and Awards. My paper ID is 144, and my paper title is Study on Intelligent Cloud-Based Smart E-Health Card for Child Healthcare Management. Research authors are Ms. Astha Dubey, Mr. Shailesh Ghane, Dr. Deepak Sharma, Dr. Pankaj Kumar Anaude, sir. These are the contents. Introduction, literature review, research gap, need of study, objective of research, conclusion and reference. This slide tells about introduction part. Introduction part contains the healthcare system often faces challenges in efficiency managing child healthcare records. Like in most of the cases, difficulty arises due to errors in the database. Traditional paper-based health records are eliminated due to lack of effective healthcare delivery. It ensures that the data will be kept as scalable, reliable, and accessible. Enhance the accuracy and completeness of child healthcare record, reducing in the medical risks of medical records. This slide contains of basic information about my project. Like first is we have to enter, parents or guardians will be enter, and second thing is website, they will move to the website, and the third thing is data management system. In data management system we have five main functions. Like first is authentication and authorization. All the security will be maintained and data will be kept as confidential. Second is security will be maintained at the high cost. Third is record management. Record management will be kept, like all the records will be kept properly in the proper sequence and managed. Fourth is notification system, as we will getting notification about the vaccination and all the related health issues of your child from age 5 to 15. And fifth and last most important is reporting and analytics. All the reporting and analytics will be done in the system. Literature review. We have referred more than 25 papers, but which I found personally best for my research work is first one is cloud-based smart health card system for child healthcare management. It was published in International Journal of Telemedicine and Applications in the year of 2023. Summary of this paper is the system utilizes cloud computing technology for storing high amount of data, as child health records will be kept securely. Personalized health recommendations and integrations are all the accessible devices for continuous and monitoring. This study discussed the architecture and implementation evaluating of the system, highlighting its potential to improve child healthcare delivery system. Second paper is, which is most important, a cloud-based smart health monitoring system for pediatric care. It was published in IEEE Access in the year 2022. This paper suggests that incorporate smart e-health cards for children, which store essential information about the child and enable seamless access by healthcare professionals. It provides real-time monitoring of child health status. The study evaluates the system performance and usability effectiveness in supporting report pediatric healthcare management. Third is development of cloud-based child health monitoring system using smart cards. It was published in the Journal of Medical System in the year 2023. The system integrates with electronic health records stored in the cloud, enabling healthcare providers to access up-to-date information. This studies discuss the design, implementation, and evaluation pattern of system, emphasizing its potential to enhance preventive care, disease management for pediatric patients. Research gap. Research gap, as we need to figure out how different healthcare systems can work together with Smart e-health card. More research is needed on how to keep children's health information safe and private when stored in the cloud. We should explore how Smart e-health card can give doctors and parents timely advice for alerts about child health, and it provides all the necessity educational programs and user-friendly interface. High cost and advanced infrastructure requirements can restrict deployment. Frameworks and privacy preserving technologies are kept as privacy. Need of study. The slides suggest all the need of study. What will be the need of study? Like first, parents can take all the tasks like patient registration, record keeping, and information retrieval. They support preventive healthcare by improving the monitoring of immunization, screening, and chronic illness management. It ensures that smooth information sharing between various child healthcare settings, examines standards and data exchange methods, and integration issues. It includes all the potential saving from reduced paperwork. It reduces all the paperwork and increase productivity and improve health outcomes. Objective of research. Objective of research is to incorporate intelligent features and vaccination reminders depending on the child age, health history, and pertinent guidelines. To increase efficiency, accessibility, and accuracy of data in the provision of child health care. To check all the health of child using sensors and linked gadgets that are integrated with e-health card system. By tracking development and facilitating early detection of health disorders and offering proactive therapies. Research methodology. This slide aims to identify the challenges faced by medical personnel while handling the critical conditions. Second objective of research methodology is to create and access a quick response of code-based child e-health card solution that will speed up the process and enhance patient care in emergency situation by allowing medical personnel to obtain patient information by simply reading the code on the card. Third objective is focusing on recent advancement in IoT, cloud computing, AI, and their applications in healthcare. Fourth is identifying existing solutions and their limitations in the area that require future research. This is the basic diagram of research methodology. E-health card data for child healthcare management system contains like healthcare data can be managed in the following systems. First is mobile phone data. It can easily access by using mobile phone data. Second is variable devices. Third is social media, as we can apply for e-health card on the social media site. Fourth is internet. Internet connection is very much needed for the applying of e-health card. Fifth is environmental data. All the data will be stored securely and maintained privately. And fifth is medical records. Medical records will be kept confidential between the user and or accessor only. Sixth is medical images. All the medical images related to your documents will be stored. And last is genomic data. System architecture, the QR-based child e-health card system. First, we have to claim for e-health card, and then we have several packages which we have to pay, like first year insurance, 3-year insurance, and 5th-year insurance. After paying that such amount, we will be member, and after that, we can participate in all the medical checkups which are done in the hospitals without paying any charge, as we have e-health card insurance. Suggested steps for two-factor mutual authentication systems using smart cards. This consists 3 main steps. Under that, sub-main steps are added. First is notation stable. Second is security analysis. And third is performance analysis. These 3 are main category of all the two-factor mutual authentication system. Conclusion part. Conclusion part consists of their own health by facilitating access to vital health information, interoperability across healthcare system, and security, designing and storing health records in the public cloud. It ensures that all the benefit from e-health card management platforms due to flexibility, scalability, and affordable of cloud technology, the scope of healthcare service, and improves access to care for people living in underdeserved or decent areas. In conclusion, the development of cloud-based child healthcare management system offers significant advantages in terms of accessibility, scalability, and data security. These are the references. We have referred total 24, out of which 5 is most important. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
What authentication mechanism you have used in your work? Hello.
Hello.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Am I audible to you?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay,
What
okay.
authentication mechanism you have used?
So like authentication method, we have two-factor mutual authentication I have used. Like first is data security system and second is data privacy system.
Okay. What's the difference between security and privacy?
So security, which aims that all the data will be secure and it will be accessed between the user and all the authentication between. It will not disclose with the third party.
Okay. What
And privacy ensures.
What cryptography technique you have used in your work?
So cryptography is not has been used.
Okay.
Only authentication and authorization I have used.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the presentation, Asta. Moving on to the next one, we
Yes.
have Asta Dubey again with the paper title, The Use of Artificial Intelligence and Predictive Data Analytics Approaches and Techniques in AI-Driven Modern Applications and Sectors. So you may please continue with the next one.
My presentation is visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay, thanks. Good morning, everyone and respected panel. My second paper ID is 438 and paper title is The Use of Artificial Intelligence and Predictive Data Analytics Approaches and Techniques in AI-Driven Modern Applications and Sector. Research authors are Ms. Astha Dubey, Mr. Shailesh Ghane, Dr. Deepak Sharma, Dr. Pankaj Kumar Anavde. This slide contains all the contents which I have presented in my presentation. First is introduction, second is literature review, third is research gap, fourth is need of study, fifth is objective of research, sixth is research methodology, seventh conclusion, and eighth last references. Introduction part. Data analysis is utilized in many business, scientific, and social science sectors, and has many dimensions and methodologies. It includes a range of approaches under several labels. This research paper presents the role of data analytics in artificial intelligence. It talks about how data analytics incorporated in AI. It dwells into the realms of data analytics and predictive modeling, including the distinction between data analytics and data analysis, the process of gathering, organizing, and transforming data in order to produce forecast and conclusion for well-formed decision making is known as data analytics. Introduction part. This is the basic diagram for predictive analytics process. Like first is defining objective. We have to define objective. What is the objective of our research? Second is data preparation. According to our objective, we have to prepare the data and collect and gather the data. Third is modeling. We have to do modeling of the data. Likewise, based on your objective sessions. Fourth is deployment. We have to deploy the data. We have to make the data clean by providing such filters. And last is model monitoring. Model monitoring is done for monitoring the data that we have selected the objective based on that the data or outcomes is present or not. Literature review. All the papers are most important, but personally which I found is this 5. The first is role of artificial intelligence in big data analytics. It was published in International Journal of Advanced Research in Science, Communication and Technology in the year 2024. This is the recent paper which I have referred for my research. This paper highlights the practical impact of AI in various industries and emphasizes the potential of seamless decision making and trend prediction and the simplicity. Emphasizes decision making and trend prediction in various industries. Second, which paper I have referred is Rise of AI, Transforming Data Analytics in Marketing Strategies. It was published in the year of 2024. This is also the recent paper. AI and data analytics significantly impact marketing strategy, improving performance through direct and indirect effects of analytical capabilities and marketing performance. AI and data analytics enhance marketing performance. Investment in technology and data management are essential for growth. Third paper which I have referred is Application of Data Visualization Technology in Artificial Intelligence. It was published in year 2024. This paper plays a crucial role in various stages of AI, including data pre-processing, feature engineering, model training and evaluation, and result interpretation. Despite challenges is visualization, large scale and high dimensional data visualization technology holds significant potential for future advancement in AI. Fourth paper, the role of artificial intelligence and data analytics in enhancing guest personalizations in hospitality. It was published in 2023. This paper consists of power of AI and data analytics to create exceptional guest experience in the evolving landscape of hospitality. AI and data analytics enhance guest personalization in hospitality industry. Fifth is AI and data analytics for market research and competitive intelligence. It was published in the recent year 2024. AI and data analytics revolutionize market research and competitive intelligence, empowering organization with actionable insights and in competitive edge through various techniques like NLP, natural language processing, machine learning, and predictive analytics. AI and data analytics in market research and competitive intelligence technique like NLP and ML, predictive analytics for informed decision. Research gap. Research gap includes Research is required to create strategies for protecting AI from adversarial assaults and unlawful access, as well as ways to maintain privacy while facilitating efficient data analysis. The process of gathering, organization, and transforming data in order to produce forecast and conclusion for well-informed decision making is known as data analytics. It highlights the transformative role of technology over decades and how predictive analytics aims in modeling future outcomes. It involves a focal point of decision, involves the use of data to forecast future result. It employs tools, algorithm, and techniques from machine learning, AI, and statistical models to anticipate forthcoming trending systems. Need of study. This slide includes what is the need of predictive analytics. The name itself suggests that the technology consists of predictions about any unknown happening in the future. Its significance on data-driven decision making. Data analysis plays very important role in making important decisions. It increases the profit. The factor is totally depend on one and another. It emphasizes the synergy between the predictive analytics and artificial intelligence, highlighting the role of AI-driven approaches in enhancing accuracy, minimizing errors, and fostering continuous innovation. Objective of this research is how to deal with data analytics approaches and techniques affect the creation, improvement, and functionality of AI systems and algorithm. To examine the moral ramifications of utilizing data analysis to drive AI system, taking into account concern about accountability, transparency, justice, prejudice, and social impact. To examine the ways of AI and data analytics interact and enhance one another in modern application and sectors. Research methodology. The research methodology is used to classify as supervised
Sorry to
learning
interrupt,
or
but you have completed your 8 minutes. Can you please conclude the presentation?
okay, fine.
Yeah.
In conclusion, the research methodology section outlines statistical modeling techniques, clearly aiding readers' understanding, and it provides more specific example or cases studies to illustrate the practical applications of AI and data analytics. These are the references and which I found personally suitable, which I have used recent as well as 2023 research. Thank you.
So what predictive approach you will use in your work?
Predictive analytics and diagnostic analysis, these two are used in my work.
Which algorithm you can work?
AI and NLP.
Okay. And but in that AI, which predictive algorithm?
Supervised learning and unsupervised learning.
Okay. Why on what basis you will select supervised learning? On what
So
basis?
supervised learning is used for the label kind of data. If the data is labeled, like we have known data, so we can use supervised learning. If we are dealing with the unknown data, so we can go with the unsupervised learning.
In your work, whether there is a data set?
So no.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the presentation. And moving on to the last presentation of this session, we have Manoj S. with the paper title, Unveiling Academic Trumps, Insights into Student Well-being and Social Dynamics. Sir Manoj, you may please start with the presentation. Yeah.
Can you see my screen, ma? Hello?
Yes, now it's
Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon, all, and thank you for this opportunity. I'm Manoj, yes, and I'm one of the author, and my co-authors are Mr. Vinayak Hegde, Ishwar, and Pallavi MS. So, my topic is unveiling academic triumphs, insights into student well-being and social dynamics. And this is the agenda for today. And talking about the introduction, student life is a crucial phase where academic performance and overall well-being go hand in hand. This study investigated the crucial connection between the student well-being and academic achievement, utilizing the various statistical techniques. So the dataset comprised of 449 responses from the 18 to 25-year-old, encompassing well-being assessment from the Oxford Happiness Questionnaire. So I'd like to mention three major points here. One is student life. As we can see, this is the crucial phase of our academic journey. That's the reason we have opted for the 18 to 25-year-old for this study. And one of the major motivation for this, as in my personal opinion, in the campus we have seen a very depriving in the academic performance. So while digging into the knowledge of what might be the reason, we came to know that academic and social well-being might be one of the reasons. So for the same reason, we have met one of our psychiatrist, Miss Zoya Nakat, for the same reason, and she has done DNB in neuropsychiatry. So she gave an option to go for the Oxford Happiness Questionnaire, which is the official standard scale from the Oxford University uh, to measure the well-being. As we know, it's a subjective matter, but still there is an Oxford scale to assess, and also academic performance metrics and emotional indicators. And based on the survey, we have got the 5 major significant factors that is hindering the academic performance of an individual. So one is the happiness scores, which is directly derived from the Oxford Happiness Questionnaire, and another is social support and family time, the relationship with the family, and the past trauma and the substance use. So these are the significant factors that is affecting the academic performance, both positively as well as negatively. So based on this, we have framed the 3 major research question. Number one is, are higher levels of happiness positively associated with academic performance among the higher education students? So the second question is, are the other 2 factors, that is the social support and the family relationship, does it have any impact on the academic performance? And the question 3 is the negative part of the research question, which is, the past trauma and the substance addiction are associated with the lower academic performance or not? So this is the research methodology we had framed for this study. So collecting students data and then pre-processing and extracting the features, which actually included assigning the variables, and the responses from the Oxford's happiness questionnaire is in the 6-point Likert scales. So that had to be converted to get the happiness scores, which ranges from 1 to 6, 6 being too happy and 1 being too less, and it's in the standard scale. And the correlation analysis had to be done to get the important features that is hindering the academic performance. And talking about the statistical analysis for the 3 different hypotheses, we have done 3 testing, and then the interpretation has been done as according to the psychiatrist. So once again, yeah, then talking about the data collection, we have collected the data from almost 5 campuses in our university, that is from the 449 participants, through the online as well as the offline surveys throughout the campus. And the mean age is 22, and the mean happiness score is 3.58 of 6, which is the mean value. And also,
Excuse me, sir, your audio is not right, I guess. We cannot hear you.
hello.
Okay. You are audible now.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was talking about the
Speak
data
loudly.
yeah.
Speak loudly.
Yeah, okay. Talking about the data collection, we had collected data from the 449 participants from the across 5 campuses, and the mean age is 22, and the happiness score is 3.56 of 6. And then And then coming to the experiment results, the correlation analysis evidently revealed that there are the 5 major parameters that are affecting the student academic performance. One is the happiness score. The correlation value is 0.795, which is where 1 being the highest and 0 being the lowest. And 0.795 is a pretty evident proof that the happiness score or the well-being of a student is affecting the happiness academic performance. And then the second is the social support, which is 0.730, and the family time, the relationship that the student spends with the family. And past trauma and substance addiction might not have a very evident proof that it is hindering the results, but it also have an impact. And the next, talking about the hypothesis one, that is the higher levels of happiness associated with the academic performance. We had done the Pearson correlation, and the results evidently showed that the correlation coefficient of 0.79 and the p-value, which suggests there is a positive correlation between the happiness level, which is as measured by the Oxford Happiness Questionnaire, which rejects the null hypothesis, and that evidently shows that happiness is a major factor. Talking about the second hypothesis, that the social support and family time, we had to use the regression analysis, where each unit increase in the social support is associated with an increase in 0.2 units in the dependent variable, where here dependent variable is the academic performance of a student. So this clearly showed that the small standard errors and high t values confirm precision and significance of these coefficients. Overall, enhancing the social support and family time are both important factors in positively influencing the outcome of happiness level, which clearly has a direct correlation with the academic performance. Then we came to the last hypothesis, which is the past trauma and substance addiction, whether it is associated with a lower academic performance, where we had to use a neural network classifiers, MLP particularly, where the achieved the overall accuracy of 79% and the precision of positive outcome is 0.87, and for the positive, and the negative is 0.73. So this overall accuracy, which is actually pretty low for the crucial aspect like this, as it is a psychological aspect, and it has a pretty good impact. And then in conclusion, we had to, by concluding it, there are 3 major aspects. One is the importance of student happiness. So this research clearly indicates that the happiness of a student has a clearly an important role in improving the academic performance of any institution we live in, which we can use this as a preliminary analysis of every institution before the conduct of exam. We can just check the academic or the student well-being. And the second is importance of well-being initiatives. So this study underscores the importance of prioritizing student well-being in academical environments, emphasizing the expansive data collection to deepen the insight. So the more data we get in this topic, it will be very helpful in improving every single aspect that is hindering the academic performance of a student. And last thing is actionable insight for the institution. The deployment of existing predictive models offers actionable insight for the institution. So the best thing we can do is develop a deep learning models or even a machine learning models to the institution through a website, which will definitely help for the academic counselors to get to the actionable, to take actionable insights based on the data of the current studies. So these are the references we had take, and I would like to mention the recent paper has a machine learning utility, which is only focused on the Oxford Happiness Questionnaire. But as per the psychiatrist opinion, we had to also take the other parts of parameters that had to affect the that is affecting the student academic performance. So this is my paper.
Okay. So what parameters you have taken for student happiness?
Sir, actually the parameters are directly from the Oxford Happiness Questionnaire. It is a 9-item questionnaire where it usually answers in a Likert scale manner, like it's a series of statements. It is usually a 27 questions, which has been reduced to 9 in the recent years as per the recent studies. So that 9 questions will definitely give a happiness score out of 6, where the interpretation has been done.
So which parameters can you tell which parameters?
Yeah, parameters are like whether a student has been if I like to mention it, if I like to read out a statement, it's like I don't feel particularly pleased with the way I am, or I feel that life is very rewarding, or I find most things amusing, or life is good. These are the series of statements where the student answers in a Likert scale where it is I agree, like
And
they
what
partially agree.
is the accuracy part?
Sir?
Accuracy part.
Yeah, accuracy part is the Cronbach's alpha coefficient is 0.79, which is mostly accurate. According to the psychiatrist, it is that the accuracies had to be improved, and which is definitely our future work, and we will definitely consider it by for the machine learning models.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the presentation. And now with that, we have completed all our presentations for this session. And now I sincerely thank all the authors for their excellent presentation and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough for you all. We, on behalf of the team, thank you for the support during this 9th version and all the previous 8 versions of the conference. We will be happy to have you in the 10th version in 2025. All the presenters would be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. And further, all the papers have already forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. So kindly cooperate with the team of ICT4SD 2024. I would also like to thank our session chair for chairing this session. And here is a small token of appreciation on behalf of the team of ICT4SD, Global Knowledge Research Foundation and partners. Thank you for your valuable presence, sir. Would you like to give the closing remarks to all the participants?
Okay, thank you very much for appreciation. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much, sir. And now I request you all to
So,
please switch on your cameras for a quick snapshot of this virtual conference. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you for your presence.